What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Video Homicide, and today I actually have a haul, okay? And it's comprised of a few books, a few movies, all VHS. So any of you tape heads out there that say I'm not hauling enough fucking tapes into my collection, you're fucking wrong, okay? Because yeah, it is 4. Yep. Okay. So quick little story. So the other day, me and my girlfriend were celebrating our 4-year anniversary together. Yes, 4 years, which I think is very, delightful to say the least. Okay, but anyways, we ended up going on a trip. We stayed in an Airbnb, and we ended up hitting up a couple of thrift stores. The first one, garbage. I was expecting that maybe there might be a possibility of finding some cool shit because, it was a smaller town than we're from, and I find in smaller towns, you're more likely to find some crazier shit because a lot of times, in my opinion, or the way I look at it, maybe there might have been a video store in the city or town that closed down, and they just unloaded all their stuff to the thrift stores and shit. So like famously a few years ago, I cleared out a Salvation Army thrift store in a nearby city or town. Like, I live in a city. I don't know why I keep confusing town with cities, but anyways, I went there, and because on a phone call, I might have mentioned this before in a video. I'm pretty sure I probably did. But my mom called me and said, "Do you have this movie called Demons?" And I said, "Hold the phone, like send me a fucking photo of it." And it was Demons, like the Bava film, Lamberto Bava, not Mario Bava. And so I raced there, and I picked up I think maybe 30 tapes, and I got a bunch of good stuff, everything from like the Funhouse to Fright Night, like just classic good shit. All right, and that's why I say that my hopes are higher outside of my city, But anyways, I did pick up some movies, and I'll actually show the books first because they are all dope in my opinion. So the first one is a book by a man who is no longer with us. That is Anthony Bourdain, and the book is Medium Raw. Now, I'm not sure which, chronologically where this fits. I'm pretty sure he's written a few books rather. I did watch some of Anthony Bourdain's show. I remember the episode that, I think it might have been the first episode where he went and visited David Cho, who's one of my favorite artists. I'd love to do a video just talking about him, like hopefully pretty soon actually, because I think he's one of the most influential people, along with say Robert Crumb and like Frank Miller and a slew of graffiti artists out there that really inspired me, helped me hone my craft as an artist. So and this is all about food, and I love food, so, and I love traveling, so I know this book will be read eventually. I've just I'm excited because I did respect the man, and it's sad that he went out the way he went out, but hopefully he's in a better place. Next, we got, wow, okay, so this is a book that's a sequel to one of my most favorite books of all time that I actually did read, and that book is The Shining. So we have the sequel here, Doctor Sleep, and I should mention it was $3, and so was the Bourdain book, but if you haven't seen the movie Doctor Sleep, fuck, man, just go ahead and check it out, because I think it's probably one of the most, and I don't use this term lightly, radical, fucking amazing sequels to a film, where the sequel came like 40 years later. About 40 years later, and starring Ian McGregor. I forget who was directed by it, but all the actors are spot on in the film. The direction is great. I think that the cinematography is fantastic. I love the idea of this, group of thrill seekers, I was gonna say, but like this group of these, like this cult almost of these beings that suck the energy away from people that have this gift, the Shining, that like Danny had, and Dick Halloran had, of course, played by Scatman Carruthers. Love that actor. He's been in a bunch of stuff from the 70s, and I'm pretty sure that he was in Sanford and Son, which is a show that me and my dad watch all the, well, I haven't watched it with him in a long time, but we watched a shitload of that back in the day. But anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. The reason I brought up Scatman Carruthers is because he returns in the book, or excuse me, in the movie, and I'm very excited to see what happens within the book, because a lot of times, and everyone knows this, the book usually expands on things a little bit more than the films. Not necessarily saying that the films are always better or the books are always better, but in my personal experience, the books expand a little bit better on the situation. So I'm looking forward to checking this shit out, because I love Stephen King. I know a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with him, but you know, I've read a few Stephen King books and a few Stephen King short stories, and I love Maximum Overdrive, which I believe was his only film that he ever directed. But yeah, so this is the last book, and I think one of the coolest things, my mom actually bought this for me. It came from the South Edmonton bookstore out in Alberta, and this is from 1957, Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, and it's a beautiful. It has that smell, you know, like that old bookstore smell, that comic book kind of smell, because it's printed on that cheap paper like that. I don't know. There's a certain type of person that gets high on that, and I'm one of them, man. So this is just, you know, a really cool little paperback novel, 35-cent cover price. Thought it was, well, my mom thought it was pretty cool enough to buy it for me, so I appreciate that. And that's it for the books. Now I'm gonna go straight into the movies, I guess, because why not? This one I actually picked up a while ago. I haven't watched it yet, and I'll be the first to admit that I'm not the biggest Chuck Norris fan, but the film in question is An Eye for an Eye. I don't have a lot of Chuck Norris movies, but I just think that he's overrated, because I feel like he's way too nice. Like, he sounds too nice. He has too much of a soothing, calming voice to be like this badass kind of guy. You know, I never really watched fucking that show he was on, Texas Ranger or Texas Walker or whatever it was. I remember my grandma watching it a few times, but I couldn't get into it. But there was the one Chuck Norris film, I believe I do have. I think it's called The Phantom and the Terror or something like that. You guys might know what I'm talking about if I describe it here. It's about this killer, or this like fucking this attacker guy that lives within inside of this movie theater, or he operates inside this movie theater. If you know what I'm talking about, that's the movie that I'm most familiar with Chuck Norris. But Eye for an Eye, hopefully it's good. It's rated R, so that's a good sign. And it's directed by Steve Carver, who I'm unfamiliar with. Oh, it also has Christopher Lee in it, and Richard Roundtree. Huh. Well, I'll be damned. I picked these up on the 4-year anniversary excursion. And before I show the movies that I did pick up, I got to tell you about the one I didn't. So this is an example of going to a small town, the same small town I was talking about earlier, and finding some stuff. So I went into a Value Village, or I should say we went into a Value Village, and I picked up these movies. And there's 3 tapes. I had 4. The 4th one was Point Break, which is Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze. But it was like a cool cover that it's unlike the DVD. I believe I have it on DVD. I'm not sure, because as you guys know, this is a fucking mess, and there's movies behind it, and I can't see them, so it's a nightmare right now. But I almost went. I went against my own rules. These 3 tapes I looked at. The 4th one, the Point Break, I didn't look at. I took it to the counter. I looked like a total fucking novice, because the girl's like, "Oh, I'm just gonna check these tapes," and I'm like, "Oh no, don't worry about it. I already checked." First one she opens, Point Break, it's got Field of Dreams in it. And now I look like a dick that's a liar, and I look like I'm fucking pulling Detroit Rock City, where I'm hiding my Kiss records inside the Carpenters, you know, record sleeves, like that kind of thing. So, and she's like, "Do you still want it?" I'm like, "Fuck no, I don't want that. I don't want Field of Dreams. I do not want Field of Dreams in a Point Break case, so just keep that shit." But I did pick these up. This one I'd never heard of. It's directed by Adrian Pastar, and it's called Cement. This seems like the type of movie that Trash Dash might know about. It's got Chris Penn, Jeffrey Wright, the other people I've never even heard of, but Cement. It looks like a gangster kind of film, and when I think of cement like that, like there's a guy he's like in a rebar cage with cement being poured, so it's pretty fucking crazy shit. We were just talking about this, actually, speaking of Trash Dash. An Abel Ferrara film, a movie that I have on DVD, but now I have it on tape. That is King of New York, starring the impeccable, amazing, legendary Christopher Walken in my favorite role of his. King of New York is basic, like it says on the top, where Scarface left off, King of New York begins. I would say this is more like this is like a really good example of like a mixed race gang, which I've talked about on the channel before, like movies like The Warriors, the Death Wish movies, where the gangs are always like mixed race and stuff. I really like that because it speaks to me. It's more realistic to me because I grew up in a very multicultural area, and I went to a very multicultural art school. Well, it wasn't an art school, it was a fucking high school, but it was specialized in the arts, but where I specialized in the farts, if you want to call them that. You know what I mean? But anyways, fuck, what was I saying? King of New York. Anyways, this is a good movie, and I love it, and I'm glad I have it. See, this is why you don't go when you're young, because then you start to have fucking foggy memory. Okay? It's not good. Moving on to the last movie, since we're moving along here. Directed by Taylor Hackford. We got Blood In, Blood Out. Finally own this on tape. I never owned it on tape. I remember renting it on tape when I was a kid, but this is a great film. I believe it's pushing like 3 hours. It is 3 hours, and it's one of the best takes, in my opinion, on like a prison. It's got everything you want in a prison film and in a gang film mixed with both, and a cop film, really. Really fantastic movie. I don't really want to say much about this. I would just recommend checking it out. It's about the lives of these 3 teenage cousins, Paco, Cruzito, and Miklo Velka. I would recommend checking it out. From the director of An Officer and a Gentleman and producer of La Bamba. So I like La Bamba. Yeah, so I picked up a couple of movies, you know. I just wanted to say a few things real quick about the channel. I appreciate everybody for watching, because I know there's been a lot of new subscribers, a lot of new views. People are commenting and stuff. Real quick, type 666 in the comments if you made it to this part in the video, if you please. I'm having a lot of fun making the videos. I've been making a few, you know, kind of little promotional videos putting out, i.e. like the butcher shop effects thing. That was an unpaid gig. I just went along with a buddy, filmed a bunch of shit, and it turned out cool. I thought it was fun. And that Toronto vlog, also known as the It's Alive Kirk Hammett video, I filmed that in November of 2019, before COVID. Like that was like my first like real good film jobs that I had, and then COVID happened, and it was like, fuck you, buddy. You know what I mean? So I had a lot of fun in Toronto doing that stuff. I have a few more little kind of videos from that time that I will post within time once I find them. I'm due to go through my hard drives and really, you know, purge them, because I know the one of them is full and the other one's probably half full, but I don't want to delete anything, so I'm gonna have to get a new hard drive, move some stuff over, because like I said, I don't want to lose anything. I just want to, you know, keep everything tidy it up, you know, because my hard drives are a fucking mess right now. I have photos with documents, with video clips, with, you know, completed short films, completed commercial promos from school, like all that kind of crap. But yeah, man. Also, another thing I want to say is I really want to get another live stream going. It's just it's kind of hard for me to know when the best time is for me to do them. Ideally, I'd like to do them on like a Friday night or like a Saturday night, because that's, you know, I could do it late at night. Like if I'm not with my girl, you know what I mean? I can finesse that and be able to stay up late, you know, pop an edible, have some fun, have some laughs with you guys. Because like the 2 times that I did that, I'm telling you, I enjoyed myself thoroughly. Thought it was really fun. Talked with Trash Dash, talked with Retro or Die was on one of them. John the Baptist, who I'm not even, like, John the Baptist was like there, and he's just like part of the gang. I never even really heard of him. If you're subscribed to me, dude, I appreciate that shit big time, man. Who else? There's just like a lot of fucking random dudes. Casey, that I went to school with, he was in one of them. So I appreciate everybody for watching and commenting. And also, I hate to do this fucking shameless plug, but I have a Teespring account that you guys have probably heard me talk about already. But check it out. You know, if it's within your means, and if you want to, pick up a shirt, man. Pick up a fucking little like weed. Like, it's almost like a pencil case. My buddy Mike bought one, and I seen it, and it's high quality. It's like a pencil case with the logo on both sides, or 2 different logos on both sides, and you can fit like you can either put a bunch of weed in there, a bunch of money, a bunch of pencil crayons, or whatever it is you want. I haven't bought one yet personally, but I plan on, because I do have a lot of like paint markers and like art supplies and stuff like that. And that's another thing I want to get to real quick. So I've been doing a lot of art as of lately, and I probably should have mentioned this near the beginning of the video, but I started a comic book. Okay, now I've finished the inking of the comic book. I've not yet done a cover, I've not yet named it, but that will be coming out shortly. And I talked about before the DVD, the zine that I made in the sticker pack. So ideally, if anybody's interested, I will be making a video going over all that and how you'd be able to like pre-order it, kind of thing, and get a piece of Video Homicide in your own collection, because I really want it to be like something special. I don't want it to just be like, oh, here's a fucking DVD-R like with my shit on it. No, it's gonna be legit. There's gonna be a zine, like I said, a comic book, the sticker pack, and maybe if I can figure something else out, that could be an option in the future. But as it stands right now, they will only be DVDs, but that could change in the near future, because I have enough tapes to probably bang off about 20 copies on VHS. That will make me need to, do another cover VHS size, and which I will do regardless. But I just want to know if people are interested. So if you are interested in that, leave a 666 in the comments and be like, "Yo, Rick, when you plan on getting that shit going, let me know, because I want it, because I think it's really cool." And there's a lot of people on YouTube that I want to support as well. And I know like it's easy to be like, support my channel, give me some fucking money or whatever. But I can't do that. I want you to get something for it. So, and even if you don't, like, you'll be able to see it on here. So with that being said, just stay tuned for that shit. What do we got? 3 minutes left. This is a longer video than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, man. So it's crazy to me because the movie theaters are open right now, but they're playing the same fucking shit. They're playing this Black Widow fucking nonsense. They're playing Space Jam 2, Fast and Furious number like 76, and Mega Baby or Mad Baby or some kind of fucking Baby Boss or some shit. I don't get it. I don't get why all these fucking movies that are like ready to go are not getting a chance in the theaters, because Fast and the Furious has to make its money. Black Widow has to make its money. Like, fuck that shit. And I heard that the Space Jam 2 is just getting torn to shreds. It's getting torn to shreds. Even the director of the original Space Jam, which I just watched the other night, which still holds up and is still fucking awesome, made it abundantly clear and said exactly what I was thinking. Like, Michael Jordan wasn't just... Like, LeBron James is the star of the sequel. He's LeBron James. People know him. But he's not Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan was more than a basketball player back then. He was a personality. He was the poster boy for fucking Big Macs, Wheaties, Hanes underwear. Like, he was known for a lot of shit, and that's why it was so impactful, because like even grandmas knew who Michael Jordan was, and like little fucking cousins and shit like that. So I don't know. I'm not looking forward to watching Space Jam 2, but I will give it a try eventually when it's free, available to watch. There is some stuff on Netflix I want to check out. I plan on getting Shudder again soon, because I know there's a lot of good original content on there. I only watched the first season of Creepshow, so, But anyways, stay tuned for more live streams. Hopefully this week we get one out. I will do my very best to have notice on it, but if I don't, it's just going to appear. And I apologize to everyone that is like, yo, fuck you, man. You should have gave me some notice. I understand, but I got to work around my schedule. You know what I mean? I'm a fucking busy guy. All right? And I got my new fucking patch on my other jacket over there, and I'll show that in the next video. But anyways, thanks for watching. I know this video was all over the place. Everything from a haul to ranting about fucking Space Jam 2 of all things. But yeah. Fuck. There's like 1,000 things I want to talk about. This video is going to be too goddamn long. But like Candyman's coming out. The second season of the Wu-Tang show is coming out. What else? The Sopranos movie's coming out. Like, there's some good shit coming out, so I'm excited, and I hope you guys are too. But anyways, with that being said, Ricky with Video Homicide, the fucking homicidal maniac, not to be confused with Johnny, the homicidal maniac, which I've heard is really good. I haven't read that shit yet, though. We'll see. Anyways, adios. Sorry for the fucking such random amount of shit.